Okay, I hope you're there. 20 minutes of sitting. Learn to be. We are human being. Being is our essential nature. It could be recognized instead of be learned. But we can use the mind to learn how to be. It's really interesting. Ultimately, there is no conflict between thinking and being, between any mental activities and being. But for someone who has never experienced just be or just being, it's very hard for them to truly understand what is mean. So for those, we use language, we use techniques. We use words, textbook, sutras. We use others' knowledge to learn to be. But fundamentally, because being is our essential nature, so directly self-realization is the best way. All the textbook or language or words carry that information. So we can decode, like the word of being is a carrier, a messenger of that thing. Or inner silence, inner stillness. All these words carry the essence of who we are. So I find interesting article in this Psychology Today. So I just put here in the chat. Actually, I would like start from the middle. Just be in the present. So learn to be or be present has similarity. Research shows the benefits of being present are numerous. In addition to better concentration, focus, and attention to detail, being present will also improve your memory, social skills, and relationships. Very practical, very practical, right? Here are four easy ways to be present and just be. Consciously observe your thoughts and activities. You see, samatha plays a role here. We have to be alert enough to observe the thoughts and activities, to observe what's happening inside and outside. Can you now consciously observe your thoughts and activities? Activity could be a proactive activities like you feel thirsty, you just reach a bottle here. I'm reaching a bottle here, so it's my active proactive activities. I'm thirsty, so I drink a water. I observe my activity of drinking water. Also, there's some activities like body sensation, your breath. Like now, I noticed my body sensation, my breath, and my words. So it's just more about observe our inner thoughts and physical activities. But also observation could be to observe what's going on around us, right? So it's a daytime. There's a clock clicking sound. I'm in a room. We are a conscious mirror that reflects everything around us and inside of us. The second one is determine where you are. Ask yourself, where are my feet right now? Where are feet? Where your feet may not be where you are. Still focus on the maybe more the location, physical sense. Third one is commit to setting aside distractions. Giving yourself a 10 minutes break from the computer screen. Set down your phone. Whatever distracts you, set aside. Does not need to be for a long time. You can set reasonable goals for yourself that are appropriate for you. Yeah, that's what I mean. The silent sitting or silent being, we may see a lot of distractions outside and inside. Sitting quiet, doing nothing is not a small thing. It's a big thing. It's a great thing. Thank you, Imagine. Thanks for the beautiful meditation. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's encouraging me every day. Just want to share my understanding and the realization. If everybody learns to be, the whole world will be much, much peaceful, loving, compassionate, and so on. And again, being is our essential nature. Is our born nature. Being also could be aware, being present. And be present is our great gift that we can give to our families, to our friends, to our colleagues. Our presence is the most precious thing in the world, believe me or not. Because to make us conscious or aware or present, it takes whole cosmic forces, energies, food, nutritions, working together. Meaning that being present is the touching of God's hand. Most people take the awareness of being conscious for granted. Actually, it's very logic and reasonable to understand that we eat, we drink, we sleep, we breathe, we act, we do lots of things, but all on top of I am aware. And to make us aware, the whole cosmic force, energy, elements, atoms have to work together perfectly. And we took this for granted since day one we are born. Once we realize that being present is the touching of God's hand on everyone, then it becomes the most precious gift or we can share, we can give. And also it makes us more grateful for the food, for the air, for the sunlight, for the raindrops, for everything that contributes this functioning that I am aware. Makes sense to you? Without food, without water, without air, without parents, without collective social orders, we cannot live peacefully and happily. And the most important of all, it's all based on we can live. So it's a like self-discovery, happiness or richness or wealth. Sorry, you discovered the beauty of life. You discovered the valuable things in every small thing. So we create a world of gratitude, compassion, and love. That's the best. That's the best thing. Once we feel we have been beloved by nature, by food, by the sunlight, and so on. We begin to we begin to appreciate things. Once we appreciate things, or we feel grateful for things, not only for things but also for people, for the family, then we start to act friendly, lovely. Such a natural thing, and it all starting from learn to be. Because once we can learn to be, then we kind of open a box, like full of peace, calm, serenity, also strength, ability, power, clarity. It all starts from how to be, learn to be. If you keep on reading the article in the chat, being instead of doing, you see, once we have grounded, or you have grounded yourself physically, help guide yourself to be there mentally as well. Being fully present with whoever you are with, or wherever you are, serves you and others around you well. So here there's a being is not only like you just be doing nothing. Being also can extend to doing. So, but the the foundation is that you learn how to be, how to find the inner calm, inner peace, inner love. And starting from that foundation, you can act, you can do. Then every activity contains the essence of inner being, calm or serenity, and the strength and clarity. You know what I'm doing? What I'm saying now? Do you follow? Once you recognize the source of life, then every activity you are doing is from that source, has that taste of calm, peace, and love, and wisdom too. Then everything you're doing has that taste too. So there's no conflict between being and doing. But to be harmonious, I mean, the harmonious between the doing and between the being and doing, that's the second step. The first step is you recognize the being first. So that's the topic of the day. Learn to be, recognize the essential nature of who we are, the being, the presence, the loving, silent being is the first step. Because here you can discover a huge amount of energy, stability, power, clarity, all the positives or positivities is in this being. Then from there we can reach out to do, to act, to talk, to serve, to care, to love. And that kind of act doing will be much, how to say, stable, clearer, full of more powerful, comparing to someone who hasn't recognized this inner being yet. So here there's a tip. Sometimes it's necessary to pause the doing and sit with the being. Pause the doing, or in Lao Tzu, in the Tao Te Ching, the author of Lao Tzu, he has three characters. So 柔静慢. So softly, we act softly, quietly, and slowly. So here, slowly, or pause the doing, sit with the being to really build and strengthen the connection with yourself and others in your world. You see, it's so beautiful. Consider using this time to get really curious about who you want to be right now and what is yours to do. Remain curious about any feelings that arise during these uncertain times. Um, Uncertain times, yes, I agree with this article. Once you can sit quietly and doing nothing, actually, a lot of things happens in that silent sitting. Your memory will come, your habitual thinking, behavior will come, your tendencies will come visit you again and again. There's some uncertainties you're not conscious of, and allow that uncertainty, thoughts or behavior or tendencies to happen without any judgments, resistance, and attachments. That's how to learn how to be. You don't judge yourself. I have this good feeling or bad feeling, or good thoughts or bad thought. You just let them be. Again, you are a pure conscious mirror that can reflect. That's called pure observation, right? You don't interfere with what we have observed. You have nothing to do with what you have observed. In a sense of pure observation, you just observe. Only from here, from the step one, you can study every contents or every reflections of the mirror or every content of the awareness. Such a beautiful self-study, capital S. Self-study is so important. You're not studying others, you're studying yourself. Once we can understand ourselves, you can understand everything. Because we are the source of everything, right? As awareness, it's the awareness is source of any activities, memories, behavior, personality, emotions, feelings, right? Once you study or can sit in the field of awareness, you can study everything, like your energy flow, your breath, your relation with your father, with your mother, with your kids, with your partner. You can study there. because now you're sitting in a field of pure observation. I talked about this about self study. Once you can be aware, and just give me one sec, there's a Sanskrit word. The awareness has ability to learn things. That's the intelligence we're talking about. It can understand, reason, analyze, dissect things. But when you are doing the dissection, the things, you don't lose that totality. That's the being. Being is a total thing. Being includes everything, excludes nothing, embraces everything. That's the total. That's the oneness. That's the non-dual realization. You see, once you sit there, your pure being, sit in a field of pure awareness, you understand every sage's teaching, every knowledge, actually. They're talking about same thing. Every road leads to Rome. Only when you are standing in Rome, you know what people are coming from, which road they are coming from. It's crazy. When I think of just being, I think of being here now. Yes, being present also means be here now. In the present moment, I think of sitting with my feelings, connecting with my inner self, and experiencing the world as it happens right now. I'm not thinking about the past, tomorrow, or the next task, or the next person to connect with. I'm just completely focusing either who I'm with virtually or in person, or what I am doing or not doing. You see? Being includes or embraces doing and non-doing, embraces all the situations, all the activities, physically and mentally, because it's the source of everything. So all these words, all these articles are pointers. You don't need any pointers to be because you are being already. Make sense to you? Can you draw that second half of awareness? I only can be a guide. But you have to see by yourself the scene. It's so obvious. It's so obvious that we missed it every day, every second. It's so funny. It's like our eyes can see everything else but cannot see itself, see themselves. Our eyes cannot turn in and see itself, right? Because our attention is always out. We cannot see our awareness. It's cool. And this awareness can be recognized, cannot be seen, cannot be heard, cannot be touched, cannot be tasted, cannot be smelled, but can be realized. You see, I talked about days ago, just give you that Sanskrit, no, Sanskrit word here. Swasamvedana, yes, Swasamvedana. I talk about this Swasamvedana, which means being aware of awareness, is the key to the awakening. So 2 weeks ago, you can check if you are interested. We have to draw that second half of the circle, that awareness can be aware of itself or the borders. That's the first step of awakening. That's the essential step of awakening. That's a critical step. No matter how many spiritual books we have read, no matter how many masters we have been followed, if you cannot do this Svasamvedana, if you're not aware of the awareness itself, you fail. But it's our essential nature. It's very like you're very rich, but if you think you're poor, you never recognize your richness. But now, if you can be aware of the awareness or svasamvedana, then you reach, you have the key of awakening. That's the key of awakening. You can turn it on by yourself. You don't need anyone turn it on for you. So simple. And you have it, you had it, you will have it all the time. It's beyond time. And also it's beyond space. No matter you're in Paris or in your Tokyo or in Toronto or in New York, no matter where you are, you have it. It's crazy. And but we try to look it outwards. That's a wrong direction. All this educational system told us to look for outside, to look for it outside. It's wrong direction. No matter how big house you're living in, how many cars you have, how many money in your bank, comparing to this self-recognition of awareness, that is nothing. Only from here, from this here now, from this self-awareness, we can discover the fountain or the mines of happiness, wealth, health, and it's infinite. The amount is infinite. It's beyond space-time. Everything outside is finite. Any form and name is finite, meaning is doomed in space-time. It will disappear, or we will lose it. We will lose this body-mind eventually. We will lose our relationship. But good news is we never lose ourselves. Ourself is the pure awareness. You identify with the pure awareness. That's all. You disidentify with the contents of the awareness. Step one. Kind of cautious here because this is only step one. There's a step two. Step two means that you can unify. There's a union between the awareness and the contents of awareness. There's a union between the observer and the observed. As the yoga, the union between body, mind, spirit, between I and the other, as the highest realization. Or, put in other words, non-duality, non-dualism, oneness meditation school. That's my purpose of this channel. Once you realize you're one with everything, or non-dual with everything, you definitely live in greatest happiness, health, and wealth. It's invincible. It's incomparable. From here, you can understand why Shakyamuni Buddha left the kingdom to search for the highest liberation or freedom or richness or wealth or, because it's worth it. The awareness is trying to recognize itself. It's always, it was, it is, and it will be. The awareness trying to understand itself. That's a natural force, like gravity between two objects. It's a natural force to attract between two objects with mass. It's a natural force. The awareness has a natural force to understand itself. You too, me too. All the pioneers of sages, of Buddha, of Jesus, of anyone, they found it. They are pioneers. They showed the way. Now I got it. So I got it. There's an object and a subject. There's a subject and an object. It's wrong. But as a word, we need this relation. Make sense? If I say I got it, the I and it are identical. That's make no sense in the language. You are it. That one are C, right? Oneness, again, back to the highest realization, non-dual. The whole world is our projection. We project a world, like this room, this computer, this conversation or YouTube channel, this body sensation. We project all these contents from the field of awareness. Do you want to have good projection? or reflection of this conscious mirror is your job. It's totally on you, up to you. And it's kind of freedom, you see? But most time we are burdened, we are tortured by this projection, especially activities. All the negativity, like negative thoughts or memories or unpleasant feelings are projection of our inner self. Or in other words, we suffer ourselves. We make ourselves suffer. Or we can say we make happiness for ourselves too. You are the king of your kingdom, or you are the queen of your kingdom. It's all up to you. Or in modern words, you are the director of your life. You are the cameraman. How you perceive or how you take a shots. You are also director. You are also the editor of your life. Every contents of your life. You are the editor, director, writer, cameraman, all in one. It's all by you, by me, by. So funny. I told my kids that the whole life is a living book. How you read the letters in the book, how you read a person, an animal, a tree, uh, anything around you, inside you, how you read it, it all depends on you. It's a four-dimensional living book. Every image, sound, or any inputs from the six sensories or the letters in the book of life. How you read it, it's all up to you. How you translate it, how you understand it, it's all up to you. Actually, this is freedom, you see? This is the ultimate freedom. It's a power too, it's a strength, it's a clarity, it's a connection, it's a understanding. And we are born to have this nature, Buddha nature, the God, the light within. The moment you appreciate yourself, to have this ability, to have this intelligence, to have this born nature or capabilities or faculties or whatever you name it, we start to appreciate ourselves first. Then you appreciate others too. Only when we understand ourselves, we can understand others. Make sense? We can truly, really understand others by truly, really understand ourselves. And fundamentally, again, there's no I and the other. Non-duality is the highest realization. Yesterday, I watched the non-duality teacher. Could be Rupert Spira or Swami. Sorry, I forgot his name. Let me Google here. Swami. Swami Sava Priyananda. Okay, I just give you maybe quick link here. He's an enlightened being living in this generation, talking about enlightenment, non-dualism, or oneness, how to love, care from the most deepest level. So maybe I can call his name here. He living in, I think, in New York and Boston area. Very active educator of non-dualism or oneness or enlightenment teacher. It doesn't mean it does matter as long as you understand what he's doing. So Swami Savapriyananda. Any question? So I just again, all the words are only pointers that like point us to the moon. You have to see the moon by yourself. In Zen Buddhism, we have this finger pointing the moon. This is pointer to the moon. You have to see the moon by yourself. In the same way, all the words I'm sharing here are pointers to the to yourself, to the true self, capital S. I think you can be present enough to recognize your true being. Can you? Okay, if no question asked, maybe we end this session in silence. In the recognition of me or I amness. And this I amness has no boundary. It's infinite big, infinite small, all inclusive, never exclusive. That's it. Very simple. Have a great day. Bye now.